What's going on, guys? Welcome to the first episode of the series. I think I'm just literally going to call this the series. I don't really have an actual name for it. I saw a few other series like this on YouTube where viewers send in emails anonymously, looking for advice and, just stuff about life. So I saw videos like this. I thought that it would be pretty fun to do, put my own spin on it and also, help you guys out with some stuff. This is most likely going to be a weekly series that I do. And I think how I'm going to do these is answer a few smaller questions and then end on a longer, more serious one. Hi, Zero. I really like your videos and you inspire me to create videos as well. That's amazing. My question is, how do you stay consistent and motivated with making videos? I see what you did there. Motivated. Hope you're doing good with life too, Mr. Motivating. Keep up the awesome work. And they attached a photo of a lady. So first of all, my favorite flavor of ice cream, it's like one of those like Ben and Jerry's tubs. It's called Americone Dream. I think it's like made after some talk show or something, but it's called Americone Dream. And it's this caramel chocolate vanilla ice cream with these ice cream cones mixed into it. It's amazing. As far as like the actual question, how do you stay consistent and motivated with making videos? That's like a really good question because, with anything that's like, I call it a grindy thing, like growing a YouTube channel or any kind of other social media or working out in the gym or like learning how to do any skill, like learning how to draw or something, it's going to be a huge grind. It's kind of inevitable to get burnt out. Like eventually, if you do that thing enough consistently, you're going to hit a wall where you don't want to do that thing anymore. Motivation just gets you started, right? You're motivated to actually start, right? You see the goal that you want. You see like the end goal of like what you're actually trying to achieve. That's your motivation. Motivation gets you started. It's discipline that keeps you doing that thing every day, even though you're burnt out. A motivation can only really take you so far. Eventually, you're just going to have to be disciplined and kind of like just hold yourself to a standard where you just do something even though you don't feel like doing it because it's just what you do, right? Like I make YouTube videos every day. That's what I do. That's my thing. And that's discipline, right? I guess to conclude this, motivation can only take you so far. It's discipline that keeps you consistent and keeps you going. It's holding yourself to a standard where you don't quit things. You got to tell yourself like, I make videos, like this is my thing. This is what I do. Right. And just hold yourself to that standard where, you show up, you get the job done when you feel like it. When you don't, that's what you do. Good luck, with the YouTube journey. I hope you hit like 10 billion trillion subscribers. And I guess we'll move on to the next question. Sub-Zero, I hope you're okay. As you can see, this is my drawing, and I wanted to know from you if it's crooked. I can't read. Something wrong or other things I missed. I need a second opinion on the drawing. I hope you can help me with this. Dude, this drawing is amazing. Dude, this is so cool. Whoa. I like how you put him in his extra outfit instead of just the black one. That's cool. I like the glass. The glasses are perfect, dude. Monster Energy. You put the little detail in the can with the text. Dude, this is amazing. I have like no complaints at all. I don't think it's crooked. I think the reason it might look a little crooked is because he's not standing up straight. He's kind of leaning over a little bit. But dude, this looks sick, man. This looks fucking awesome. All right, so we have a more serious one here. Sorry for the grammar mistakes you're going to find here. English isn't my native tongue. Sorry for the huge wall of text. I know both you and I are in a similar age group. I recall you being either 19 or 20. I'm 18. I've enjoyed a lot of things in my life. I had abusive parents, both of them, and my parents had a favorite child, my sister. Both of them cheated on each other since they argued most of the time. I had to be raised by myself. That meant I had to find something to put my time and energy into. I decided to do it in school. I became a gifted kid without knowing. In 2017, my parents decided to divorce, and I've been living with my dad, the less abusive one, ever since. Around 2019, he started taking parenting courses, which are demanded by the court since the divorce wasn't easy, and then went to court to fight for my sister's custody, and they let me choose who I wanted to live with. They made me commit perjury in order to gain my sister's custody, which my mom got eventually. I don't know if I became kind of a sociopath because I raised myself, but I never felt a real connection with anyone. If a family member died, I wouldn't cry, I wouldn't feel sad. If something happened with a friend of mine, I wouldn't feel sad either. Some girls tried to flirt with me back then, and since I couldn't feel a connection with most people, I told all of them, hey, talk to you later, I'm kind of busy, and never reached back. I became friends with the popular kids and joined their group. Years passed, and suddenly everyone knew who I was or knew my nickname, even people I didn't know. Years passed and I blamed myself for a lot of things that happened. I felt like I couldn't be happy because I thought I didn't deserve to be happy. In 2023, in the first day of class, 2 girls approached me and both asked for my Instagram. I lied and said I didn't have one, so they asked for my number instead and I gave it to them. I didn't want to be rude in front of so many people and thought about doing the usual talk to you later thing. But one of them kept messaging me and I didn't know how to cut ties at that point because she even tried to talk to me in real life. I was never interested in her and she manipulated me with suicidal threats to be in a relationship. and I was forced to talk good things about her since everything I said would reach to her. I was taken advantage of while I was sleeping. She forced me to sell my things to buy her things, and that lasted for a year until I decided I had enough. Other girls tried to flirt with me, and I turned them down immediately because I didn't want to risk it. Fast forward some months later, and I don't know why, but I decided to talk to a girl. We became friends. My friends tried to warn me because she had cheated on her ex, and it seemed like she wanted to come back with her ex, which I didn't believe. Eventually, we started to treat each other like a couple. She would send me photos of herself, and I would tell her that she looked great. We tell each other I love you every night. One day, after 8 months, she stopped answering. We talked about how if something happened, we would talk about it right away, since I straight up asked her one time if she was planning to go back with her ex, and so a lot of people, like 20 of my friends, were telling me that and sending me shit and stuff. I texted her goodnight that day, told her the usual. After 3 days, she answered and said she was busy. We spoke that day, and since I felt like everything was going to end, I decided to tell her how I felt, and she obviously knew. I didn't ask her to be my girlfriend and told her that if she felt uncomfortable with that I only needed time to cure those feelings if she wanted because I didn't want to lose her. She told me everything was okay and that we should still treat each other the same. Told her goodnight and woke up really early the next morning, so I told her good morning too. She never texted back. She didn't read the message for a week, and when she opened it, it was to take a screenshot and send it to her group chat. She had gotten back with her ex. Both of them followed me on Instagram, and I followed them back as well. So when I saw her story, I just couldn't believe it. Both of them were together, and in a rampage, I unfollowed both of them and deleted all of my social media. I thought it could all be a misunderstanding, and in the graduation, everything would be fine. She had to go since her ex and I were graduating at the same time. I played dumb until it was my turn to go on stage. She saw me with pure hatred, and I kept smiling because my friends were there, but I almost cried. I started thinking everything was my fault, and started to believe in God, and started to pray and pray and pray for her to come back, but it didn't work. I kept missing her for 5 months straight, and I cried every single day of those 5 months. Tried to twice during those months, and after my birthday passed, I knew nothing about her. I became even more depressed. I somehow managed to overcome it for a while, and during those days, one friend of mine who was her classmate sent me a photo of her, and I just replied, fuck off. Told him that night to hop on Discord, and we spoke a little bit, and he told me about how she wanted to talk to me for my birthday, but someone told something about me to her, and she didn't because of that. I blocked him and kept living life for some days until I could lie to everyone and tell them that I'm okay, and now everyone seems to think I am. But I still miss her. People say that in order to forget someone, it's easier if you force yourself to hate that person, but I can't do that. I still love her with all my heart, and I feel like I'm not going to be able to feel the same for anyone ever again. She's the most beautiful girl you'll ever see. I can guarantee you that. She's smart as hell and the kindest person I know. I don't know what to do with my life at this point. What should I do? All right, so the first thing here is this, and I think this is the most important thing to take away from this, is that if you are having suicidal thoughts, anybody, not just this guy, but just anybody, please reach out to somebody. Do not keep that to yourself. Like that, you might feel like it's fine, but it's not. Do not keep that to yourself. Get some help. Like that's a very serious thing. The next thing is that I know a lot of people have treated you really badly. Like you talked about how your parents were very mean to you. You talked about like how it's hard to find friends, relationships, and things like that. And those people are all very mean. But I want you to know that it doesn't have anything to do with you. There's nothing wrong with you. You talked about how you had a very rough childhood and how your parents weren't really the nicest people, to, say the least. And reading through all of that and hearing all of the struggles that you went through during your childhood and knowing the fact that it wasn't enough to take you down and you're still here is very, very inspiring. And I'm super proud of you. Now, about that girl, you saying that you feel like you're never going to feel the same for anybody ever again, that's totally not true. And I think deep down, that's not true either. All the feelings that you're feeling are completely normal. Like, I personally think that breakups and things like this affect dudes more than girls, right? Like you guys can come after me for that, but I think just when you're just a man and your girl does something to you like that, it fucks you up mentally super badly. Feeling very upset about this is totally normal, and I can almost guarantee you that eventually you are going to find somebody that you love even more than this person. Also, dude, I know you're super into this girl, you miss her and everything, you're saying she's the smartest and the kindest person you'll ever know, but dude, she doesn't sound very kind to me. She left you undelivered for a week and then screenshotted the message that you had sent and then didn't even respond. Like that's not a very kind person. And I know for a fact, like I know just in my heart, bro, you can do better than that. Give it a couple years, man. You're going to get over this. You're going to meet somebody else who doesn't do this kind of stuff to you. But just to reiterate what I said at the beginning again, the worst thing you could be right now, especially when you're like in a really dark place like this, is to be alone. Trying to force yourself to hate the person that you miss because you don't want to miss them anymore, in my opinion, isn't as good advice as not being alone. Right, and like when I say that, I don't mean like just hang out with like friends or something. It doesn't necessarily mean that. I know you don't have the best relationship with your parents, but if you have some friends, if you have some siblings, if you got, you gotta get the bros together. You gotta tell them what happened, right? And if they're good friends, they'll be there for you. But you might not have that, so I'll tell you what you can do instead. This actually, you know what? This is what I want you to do. Like this is my advice to you. If you are able to, you need to speak to a professional about the suicidal thoughts that immediately. That's a huge deal. That is a huge deal. If you have friends, you should hang out with those friends, tell them what happened, and they will be there for you if they're good friends. You don't need to be just cooped up in your room in the dark crying about this girl. You need to be out with the bros, out at the gym, out doing stuff. That is the best way to really get over a girl, in my opinion, just from my own experience. And if you don't have that, that's fine. What I would say instead is do two things. Just go outside, like just go to the gym, do some type of physical activity, whether it's playing basketball, whether it's going to the gym, whether you want to be like some weird edgy kid like me and skateboard. Doing these things and doing this physical activity releases dopamine, releases endorphins. It's going to make you feel better, and you're going to be productive. You're going to be working towards a goal as well. Another thing is to do exactly the opposite. Hop on Discord, type in your favorite game in Discord. Do some looking around for some different Discord servers and join one that's active, and then just find some people to play your favorite video game with. You might have to do some looking around for like half an hour, but find a group of buddies to play games with. Those are 4 things that I think could really help your mental a lot, from most to least important. Number 1, get some professional help as soon as you're able to. Number 2, if you have bros, go out with the bros. Number 3, pick up some kind of physical activity, like go to the gym. And number 4, go on Discord, find a group of guys to play your favorite game with. Being in your room alone, crying about this is only just going to make the feelings worse, and it's just going to take longer to get over it. I have a feeling that things are going to get better for you, man. You just got to hang in there. All right, you got this. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. If you guys got any other things you want to like ask me about, or any topics you want me to kind of like discuss or anything, shoot me an email. I'll leave my email in the pinned comment. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.